we didn't expect is that it was about just that on business. And that's really what it's been about. We expect more than well, hello, guys. Happy holidays. And hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody is going to get where they're going carefully. And me, well, I feel like Santa in my workshop because I need to finish this before I hit the road. Because this is for my in-laws to finish their transition to downstairs. And I'm working on, listen, if you were one of the great people that ended up helping Justin to get to see his first game, I've sent out like a mass email to everybody to say thank you and also asking for your address, your full name and address, please, so that way I can send you shot glasses. We had like 40 people that donated, but I only have about 15 people's address. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for helping Justin live his dream. Now I'm curious how you guys are all coping, because I'm sitting here working in here. You need to get 2 coats of paint on here and let it dry. It really sucks that I'm sitting here listening to First Take, and you know, we're other teams, they're talking about, well, what chance does Kirk Cousins have in the playoffs? We should be, Jerry Jones, you 100% should be disgusted with that whole notion that freaking Kirk Cousins is going to the playoffs. All the money you done spent, that we got a freaking idiot for a coach. That sucks. That sucks. And that's right, I see the fake ass Jason Garrett up in here. And I'm going to tell you one other thing too. Fake ass Jason Garrett, whoever the F you are, don't you ever in life threaten me again. I'm going to get your channel shut down. I don't care if that's a joke or whatever. We do not joke like that. You can kiss my hind parts. Seriously. You can take your happy ass the F on. Don't play with me with that kind of shit. Don't play with me. Because when you play and joke or even try to do some shit like that, you're not just hurting me. You're hurting the people who enjoy this. Don't ever call your name out again? Fuck you. How about that, Jason Garrett? You want to play with me? You want to play with me? I will find you and hunt you down, buddy. A joke is one thing, but you don't joke about doing something to somebody else's, I won't say livelihood because you don't make enough money from this, but you don't joke about things like that. Because, see, there's people out there like Justin. People out there like Justin. When somebody tries to come after me, you're not hurting me. You're hurting out people that actually get helped by me in this channel. You're hurting people like Joseph Heatherly. You're hurting other people. So you don't do that stuff. Especially, you don't joke even about stuff like that. In fact, let me go ahead and just do this one. How about that for respecting you, buddy? How about that? Respect that, buddy. Respect me. Come on my channel telling me some shit. Getting me pissed off on Christmas Eve. I'm trying to do good for people. You're not even funny, dude. Let me start over again. Good morning, everybody. Mark Holmes here, and I'm feeling like Santa Claus who's behind in his workshop. I need to finish this, get a couple coats of paint on it before I go to the post office so I can mail the shot glasses to all you great fans that helped out the cause for justice. Ed Oliver, how you doing, man? Look like we sitting on the couch together, buddy. If you were one of the people that donated to Justin, I sent you an email to say, give me your address because I'm sending out shot glasses. So I appreciate all the support and everything else that everybody did. We were only $201 away. We're still doing some stuff to help Justin out. Justin, unfortunately, with his illness, can't work. His parents are gone, and his grandparents are literally in their 80s. So, what's going on, X Factor? What's up, man? You enjoying the holidays on the couch? Well, we still have that one game against you guys. You know, at least bragging rights bowl. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. That's all we got. Ed, it's all we got, man. Is the bragging rights. How sad is that? I almost forgot. Our season sucks so much, I forgot this is hate week with the Redskins. It's hate week with the Redskins. Damn, I need to start talking about that because at least there's that. But the way this season has been, Cowboys will lose to you guys, so we'll have that bad taste in our mouth. I apologize to anybody who was in here. Who heard me go off on that fake ass Jason Garrett. I hate losing my cool on idiots. I'm doing fine. Not going to let a football game ruin my day. Get little girls. Oh, okay. Big text. That sounds like a good idea. Keenan might surprise you. We don't deserve. Oh, I agree with you. At this point, I just want the season to end and just hear that Jason Garrett is no longer coming back. Eagles assessment. Yeah. Enjoy yourselves, Eagles. It won't be long before you're on the couch with us, too. It really won't. All right, so the big question is, first of all, is Jason Garrett gone? That's the first big question for sure. Are we sure that Jason Garrett is done in Dallas? See, I know that fake Jason Garrett dude, he's got to be an Eagle fan. He's just trolling the hell out of us. Trust the process.
In the greatest sense, this is everyone's first rodeo. So the best way to approach the unknown much the matter. With as much confidence as you can hear. The question is, why would you...
Hope the traffic's not going to be bad today. How's everybody doing today? Mark Holmes here, being Santa Claus in his workshop, trying to get this headboard finished. See, I've got to slap some paint on her and get her loaded up and hit the road. My job is never done.
That's a good deal, isn't it? Get your Horse Mania deal today. Horseman Ford Lincoln. Let's ride together. Oh, hey there. Join me and the ESPN family on Christmas Day for 5 magical basketball.
I'll be there in 1 second, guys.
The Rockets and the Warriors, the Bucks and the Sixers, and more. Come for the A-Run, stay for the ankle breaker. All day long, December 25th on ESPN and ABC.
Look pretty good. Hello, everybody. Mark. Oh, we got a super chat. You're entered in the drawings. I'm sorry I didn't put all of them in there yesterday. I've just had my hands full, and I mean full. I'll get that one and the ones last night, and I'll do a drawing. I tell you what, here's what we'll do. Oh, we'll do it a Christmas Day drawing. That's what we'll do. We will do a Christmas Day drawing for all the super chats that have happened during the game. Oh, jeez. And Monday night's live stream, yesterday's live stream, and today's live stream that we're doing right now. So we'll do a Christmas drawing on there. That will be perfect, actually.
Yeah. But guess what? It's not Santa Smith. It's Stephen A. looking for Santa. I got my own wish list, Santa Claus.
Oh, Lordy. Stephen A's Christmas wish list.
Merry Christmas to Stephen.
Here we go.
Give me a list, okay? Are we ready for this? Let's go to number 5 on the list right now. Give it to me. Jackson, as in Lamar or Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl match. Why? Because I don't want to see Tom Brady here. That's why. Who else wants to see Tom Brady and the New England Patriots?
No, I have to go with Stephen A. there. Lamar Jackson, the Super Bowl. Anybody but Tom Brady.
That's an easy wish list, Santa Claus. Come bring it to me. Let's go to number 4. Let's go Clippers. Why? Because come later.
Don't you hate it how everybody loves to see us in misery? Actually, I better turn that off the TV before the YouTube get me. There we go.
No, Max, ESPN is not sending me to Milwaukee and Toronto. We're going to LA. Let's go to number 3 on the list. Give it to me. The Knicks becoming relevant. Why? Because I've been tortured enough. That's why. Because Max has been tortured enough. That's why. Because New Yorkers and Knicks fans across the world, at least a few that still exist, that still hold out hope, that have been tainted and sullied by the moribund, pathetic franchise that they have been. Could you give me a wish list, please, that includes the Knicks finally becoming relevant? Let's go to number 2 on the list. Give it to me. You know what time it is. The Cowboys losing. Why?
Cowboys losing.
The Eagles could end up losing to the New York Giants. Both start times this Sunday, 4:25 p.m. Eastern time. But the Eagles could lose the game earlier. What's the wish list? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Eagles lose to the Giants. The Cowboys are still playing the Redskins. They got a lead in the 4th quarter. They're about to go to the playoffs, and the Redskins come back and beat them.
Wow. Okay, so Stephen A's wish list. That the Eagles lose, that the Cowboys have the lead in the 4th quarter, and that the Redskins end up winning. That's sad. That's just saying. Just saying. So, what's everybody's plans for Christmas? Is everybody coming to your house? You going to somebody else's house? Are you hanging low? What you doing for Christmas? I'm gonna go to my mama's house, and when I after this drive, well, put more coat paint on. Go to my mama's house and get me some pies and cookies, pies and cookies, and then I'm gonna go see my in-laws, and then tomorrow I'll be hanging out with my kids for Christmas and enjoying the last week of the regular season of football. So that's where we are. So what are you doing for Christmas? And counting down to the end of Jason Garrett. How about that one? Counting down to the end of Jason Garrett. Won't that be nice? Won't it be nice to finally hear that Jason Garrett will not return as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys and that the coaching search is on? I hope that the last 10 years of Jerry Jones having a failure, and I mean a failure, ends up being boy, I'm waiting. I don't know what happened, Chef. That the last 10 years of the Dallas Cowboys being a failure, because you have to look at this era. 2 playoff wins under Jason Garrett as a failure. That Jerry Jones does a little soul searching here and kind of says, you know what? I don't know how much time I have left, but I can't waste it again. 25 years since that last Super Bowl is 25 years too much. And I need to do everything, and I mean everything, to change what happened. If you keep doing the same thing and expect a different result, it's not going to happen.
If the Dallas Cowboys end up winning Sunday and the Eagles lose and the Dallas Cowboys get in the postseason,
I'm not ready for Kellen Moore to be head coach. No. You're volunteering to help get Garrett back? Okay. Jerry Jones is like 76 or 77. Sources say Kellen Moore will be promoted if Garrett is fired. Well, if I had to have a choice of Kellen Moore or Jason Garrett, I'll take Kellen Moore. I'm driving the moving truck. Either want Ron Rivera or Mike. I don't think the Steelers are not going to be stupid enough to let Mike Tomlin go. What you doing, Mark? I'm hanging with you for Christmas. We go see my mama, go see my in-laws, see my kids, go see my buddy Alex, my mentor. Alex, who taught me a lot about life and everything else, and who's been a great friend. He's getting up there, and we'll go by and see him on the way. Screw Cole Pizzle. Who gives a rat's ass? Yeah, Eagles fan, I'm sure you would like us to trade Dak. Yeah, and be like in the Redskins with really no quarterbacks. Yeah. I agree with you, Larry. We need a tough coach. We need a hard-ass coach for sure. I'm all for that one.
the Dallas Cowboys were so pathetic this weekend. They put Marcus Spears back.
They got jokes about our Cowboys. I love it. Is it 12 o'clock already? Damn. I want to be on the road already. Traffic's going to be bad.
We may not yell, but we will be pleasant today. It's chilly college there in Bristol Carey Champion here in Los Angeles. The Texans look to give
Hold your ears for a second, guys. I don't want Des Bryant back. Des Bryant is over the hill. He hasn't played meaningful time and hasn't stayed healthy since 2014. Okay? We're talking about 6 years ago since the last time he was relevant. Why would you? Come on, man.
Jerry White is expected to be back at Texans practice today. ESPN has confirmed his return comes 8 weeks after having surgery to repair a torn pectoral muscle.
See, this is the problem. See, here's the thing. You guys have the same problem that Jerry Jones has. You keep holding on to the past and think that that's going to give you greatness. Okay? Because everybody gives, oh, we need Tony Romo back as a quarterback, or we need him as a head coach. Stop with bringing back old guys. You need a whole new philosophy, okay? And I'm sorry, Dez Bryant, if Dez Bryant had anything, somebody would have signed him. He's done. He's over the hill. He was great when he was healthy and when he was young, and he was an athletic beast. But you can't think that he is going to be Dez Bryant in 2014 and 2020. Come on, man.
Yeah, his presence just in the locker room means a lot. Meanwhile,
We have got to stop living in the past.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
See,
let's go.
and I hate to say this.
Let's do this highlight. RC's wrong, but let's just do it. Vikings hosting the Packers in an NFC North showdown. Cousins going up against Aaron.
But herein lies the whole problem with the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, we always worry about, oh my God, because I hear people now, what if Jason Garrett goes to another team and wins the Super Bowl? We can't let that, we can't let go of this guy. We can't let go of that guy. We fall in love with people and believe that they are the answer. Well, we had Dez Bryant when he was healthy and Tony Romo and the best offensive line in football. But did we win anything with that? No. So now, what makes you think that bringing him back now, who has not played in 3 years, is going to be an answer? We keep thinking, if we just bring back ex-Cowboy players when we were there for greatness and have them as coaches, then we'll win. Which is why we were stuck on Jason Garrett all these years. Stop living in the past. You got to understand, and maybe this is the wrong philosophy because we looked at it and said, we can't live without DeMarcus Lawrence, right? We can't, we got to sign him. We can't let him go someplace else. But you know what? New England said, Trey Flowers, see you. Seattle said, Frank Clark, okay, bye. Get your money someplace else. And guess what? Those guys are in the playoffs. We played DeMarcus Lawrence $20 million, and he got 5 sacks. Robert Quinn, who paid with bonuses half the money, got twice the sacks. Hell, Michael Bennett, who's only been here for 5-6 weeks, got four sacks, 4.5. So you can look at this whole thing of we can't live without, and we keep doing it, and we live with them, and we lose with them. Yeah, I remember we were 3-0. Yeah, I do. Okay. We stuck it up. What do you want me to say? Yeah, I remember. It was a great feeling. We were feeling good. But right now, hey, at least we got some hope.
Jeered, leaving the field after breaking my collarbone. Feels pretty good.
One of our goals is to win the division, but I think there's more out there for this football team, and I know it's time to reassess those goals and move forward.
I'm not gonna get into this Kirk Cousins on Monday night thing and all this stuff. Offensively, we didn't play as well as we can play, I'll say that.
Okay, there you go. Brian Clark, put us on the field. What was the difference in this game?
Listen, it was the defense of the Green Bay Packers, and this is a unit that early on in the season played extremely well, but frankly, as the stretch has gone on, haven't
And I think the only good thing about the Eagles making the playoffs is Wentz getting a home game in January. The Cowboys are built to lose. Yeah, Charles Haley said it probably better than anybody else. Jerry Jones built the house for losers. And thus far, Charles Haley seems to be right.
Okay, so let's take a look at the other scenarios for the top NFC team, shall we? So the 49ers need to win in Seattle Seattle to secure home field advantage. If the Niners lose, the Packers would just need to beat the Lions to claim home field. The Saints need a win against Carolina and losses by San Francisco and Green Bay to get the top spot. A lot of what ifs. Seahawks also still in contention, but will need a lot of help. Packers still in the mix for a top seed. So, Brian, the question is this: how far do you think that this particular team can go?
Listen, the Packers are stacked defensively. They have an Aaron Rodgers-led offense, but Aaron Rodgers needs to play better. What the Packers really want is to host games in Lambeau. And it's not necessarily because people are scared to go there or Aaron Rodgers is just so much better there. They're just bad on the road sometimes. If you go back to the Los Angeles Chargers, the San Francisco 49ers, they will absolutely dominate their 7 days. Run at Lambeau Field, Aaron Rodgers plays better, he's protected better, and this defense has done a great job of protecting home field. And so, if for some reason Marshawn Lynch comes back and does a great job in Seattle, and Seattle gets that win over San Francisco, that gives the Green Bay Packers the #1 overall seed, this is a team that can go all the way to Miami and play for the Super Bowl.
You mentioned Marshawn Lynch. We'll talk about that a little later. Everyone knows he signed back up with Seattle Seahawks. I'm sure there are some pretty a little concerned just about his presence again. We'll talk about that a little later.
Shout out to everybody who's in here. I'd be shocked if the Giants. I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants win. Just sell the team. Jerry Jones to the piggy bank. Jerry should be like Kraft and stay behind the doors and leave football alone. Yeah, well, you know what? You can't be mad at him. Junebug, thanks for the super chat, buddy. You can't be mad at him because you know what? He went out there, he made the money, he bought the team. It's his plaything. He can do whatever he wants to it. I think the Cowboys will re-sign Cooper because we always re-sign players and never get value back out of them. Although, this will be blasphemy, as Stephen A. would probably say. Another way, here's the question for you. What would New England do? Would New England pay top 5 money to Amari Cooper? Or would they let him walk and get a compensatory pick?
We come to practice every day. Just dealing with these guys every single day.
New subscriber, still a Philly fan. Well, thank you very much. So here's what New England would do is they would let him go. They would say, Michael Gallup is going to be my #1. Get the extra draft pick, compensatory pick, and look at getting a veteran elsewhere. Now, the bad thing for the Cowboys is you gave up a #1 for him, and you only had him for a year and a half. So that may end up being that you kind of say, you know what, we got to make sure that works, or we look like idiots because we got rid of it. I'm not saying that's what to do, but that's what New England, they don't care. They let everybody go. No, there's no Des Bryant reunion. New subscriber, who dat? Well, you know what? I got to tell you that I can't even really say it like that. But I've been blessed to have gone to a lot of Super Bowls. Unfortunately, none of them with the Cowboys. So I always never have a dog in the fight. But if I have to root for somebody that I'd like to see in the Super Bowl, I'd like to see Baltimore versus New Orleans. Raymond Walker, help you. How am I helping you? Well, Van Der Esch, you have to wonder, how bad is that really? What coach would you mind? I need somebody who's going to be holding people accountable. I still wouldn't mind having Ron Rivera. I'm just saying. If Jerry Jones is going, here's the thing. If Jerry Jones is going to go ahead and do what he always does, we've got, I think, 8 of our 26 coaches with expiring contracts. Rod Marnelli and Rod Marnelli and Chris Richard, both expiring contracts. I would not have a problem with bringing Ron Rivera in and have him taking care of that defense and letting Kellen Moore take over on the offense. I'd have no problem with that because one thing you can say, Jessica, at this point with this team, they don't deserve it. All that's going to, here's the problem. If somehow we were to slip in the playoffs, that would be Jerry Jones pushing the panic button and saying, you know, as bad as that season was, we went to the playoffs with Jason Garrett. 3 years out of 4. We're close. We're just going to surround him with some better people and bring him back. No, we need to make sure there's no doubt in the mind that we are moving on from Jason Garrett. I just can't have it. I just can't have it. I cannot do another year. 10 years of talking about Jason Garrett is enough. I've seen too many great players go through here and have their careers wasted. Shango said, "What's up?" Yeah, Shango seems like he's in shock. I mean, Shango is like, I ain't even gonna yell anymore. He just kind of sits there with you want to yell, but you really feel like crying, you know? But it's like, it don't matter. It don't matter. Kellen Moore got the Garrett virus. Well, maybe there's a cure and that's getting him away from it. Maybe it's kind of like, you know, one of those things that, you know, it's like kryptonite. You know, when it's close to Superman, it kind of, and you get it away from him, maybe they'll wake back up. Sheng and I are both Dallas fans from California, and we're embarrassed. You know, at this point, I'm not, you know, here's the thing. I got Eagles that are trolling the hell out of me. You know, your team's sucking. I'm like, okay, I can't disagree with that. That's actually the easiest way to shut it down. Okay, you're right. My team ended up doing nothing. My team was a disappointment. What do you want me to say? I'm agreeing with you. It's kind of hard to fight when only one person is fighting, you know what I mean? It's the black cat virus. You could say that. No, really, where has he led us? Yeah. No, he hasn't, Baldo. Baldo, see, you're a freaking idiot. I tell you what. So, Steve Young, if he had stayed in Tampa Bay, wouldn't have a Super Bowl ring and wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. So you're saying he wasn't a real quarterback when he was with Tampa Bay, but he was with San Francisco? Because the difference is he went from having pathetic coaching and a terrible team around him to going to San Francisco, where he learned behind Joe Montana and ended up having a great coach. So you can't say that great quarterbacks win. Not when you're handicapped. Not when you're handicapped like that. And if that's the case, then how come Aaron Rodgers hasn't been winning the Super Bowl every year? Explain that one to me. Okay? Great quarterbacks. You know, so tell me, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. How come he is not winning Super Bowls every year? How long has it been since he won one? He's a great quarterback, but they're not winning Super Bowls anymore. So explain that one to me. Answer, I mean, seriously, because I hear this stupid stuff. You know, I keep hearing, well, you lost to Josh Allen. No, the team lost to Josh Allen. It was not head-to-head, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, you know, apples to apples, where we're playing against each other. You know, oh, it's garbage time yards. Oh, here we go. We just come up with all kinds of reasons to try and, you know, denigrate our quarterback and to make the Cowboys look stupid. We come up with terms that only get used for the Cowboys. Carson Wentz, everybody's on his jockstrap right now. Oh, Carson Wentz, man, he's clutch. He's clutch. Okay, he's had, 4 or 5 comeback victories, and he's averaging 6.5 yards a pass, the lowest in his career. But I don't hear anybody saying he's a dink and dunker. The only person you ever heard them talking about a dink and dunker was Dak Prescott. Funny, isn't it? Now all of a sudden they come up with a new one. Garbage time yards. You ain't never in your life heard any other freaking quarterback told that they were just making yards in garbage time. Because I can tell you what, there's a lot of teams out there that have been getting blown out with great quarterbacks, like Aaron Rodgers last year, that were getting garbage yards. But somehow only one quarterback is a count against them. Keep it real, y'all. Keep it real. Yes, I have. during the comeback. So here, let me give you another one here. So Nick Foles is a great quarterback. Then how come he didn't win when he was with all the other teams? Right? Because he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. So that means he's a great quarterback by your standards. How come he didn't win all those other stops that he was at?
Let's face it, this isn't slant TV. With so many on demand.
Okay, how about I'll give you another one. Okay, how about Kurt Warner? Kurt Warner won a Super Bowl with the Rams, went to New York with the Giants. Okay, apparently he just lost it and didn't do anything with the Giants, right? But he found it again when he went back to Arizona. How about that one? Huh. So wait a minute. He was a great quarterback, greatest show on turf with the Rams. And by your logic of some of you, that automatically that means he wins a Super Bowl anywhere he goes. He goes to the New York Giants and looks like hot garbage and gets benched. Goes to Arizona, gets them to a Super Bowl. It might be that the Giants were just a bad team and that the quarterback isn't the be-all, end-all. How about that? Because Steve Young couldn't do anything and was let go by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But somehow, that guy did well. Oh, how about Brad Johnson? Brad Johnson, who was with the Redskins, couldn't do it. But the Tampa Bay got a Super Bowl. So does that mean that he went from being a garbage quarterback to a great quarterback? And then a garbage quarterback by the time he came to Dallas? Come on, man. Come on. Well, we're talking about the Cowboys, as always.
Saying since training camp that Garrett needs a deep playoff run to save his job, that's still possible. But if it doesn't happen, then I think the Cowboys probably going to make a change.
We think they're going to make it.
So we would technically be fired. Just be changed.
That's what I said earlier. You're not firing him. You are just not giving him a contract.
7 or 8 years, really, for the job.
So
they could be looking to make a change. This is a situation we have our eye on very closely. Possible changes coming with the Giants. Not sure exactly which way it's going to go, but it seems to be leaning toward a change.
Look, let me turn the heat on.
First year, obviously another very disappointing team that had high hopes. I'm interested to see how this plays out. There are people in the front office that are sick of it and get another chance. I'm not sure what the owner's going to decide.
Get a little heat going on in here. Yeah. So, does anybody think there's any chance that Jason Garrett comes back? Because if there is, we need to make sure we kill that. And I see, did the fake Jason Garrett come back after I banned him? People don't go that deep. This is actually a headboard. I've been working on trying to help my in-laws. They moved downstairs in their house. Uh-oh, is that a super chat? Is that a super chat? Did I miss it? Okay. James, I've been trying to teach my fan base, but a lot of them, I hate to say it, are too thick-skulled that don't really know about football. Trying to get this thing painted, trying to force it quicker than I should. I should let it dry out more, but I ain't got time on my side. How's it look? It's a headboard for a king size bed. Do I think that the Giants are going to win with the Eagles? It would be poetic justice for both of our teams to lose. Let that dry, put it on the truck, and then I'm out of here. When did Pollard get one touch versus why did Pollard one touch on third down? Because our coaching staff gets stuck on stupid. Yeah, see, that's another one of those ones that, see, we've got 26 free agents. You can't keep all of them. And, you know, I can lose with any of you guys, apparently, which is what we did. There's Miss Jackie. Yeah, and go figure. Our quarterback was injured last week, and we threw deep. We threw over 40 passes. Great coaching, isn't it? Shout out to Miss Anita hey, Jackie, shout out to Miss Anita last night. She sent me a text message and said, oh man, greetings from Las Vegas. Cheer up. It's going to be okay. So people are worried about me and my blood pressure. Yeah, well, I'll do that. I think I did it on Facebook. I will do that some more. I mentioned you. I will take care of that and get talking about it as well. Manuel, who's right here. Can you put the link in the description here too while you're here, Manuel? Manuel has a GoFundMe to help out his mother-in-law who unfortunately has cancer, and she's not doing real well, and they're trying to make ends meet. So he's going to put the link in the description. You know, if you can help out, $2, $5, and things like that. You know, we have to start looking out. That's where I've been trying to help Justin and things, but there's a lot of people out there that need help. And, you know, you think about going to Starbucks and you get a latte and it's $5. I personally never do because I don't like Starbucks coffee. But just think, you know, hey, if I don't have that cup of coffee and I give that to somebody else, that can really help to change somebody else's life. I mean, seriously. I myself, I'm not crazy about having like a lot of great things. You know, some people go out and say, I need a new pair of shoes like every month, like my wife. No, or they'll say, I got to have a new car, you know, every year and everything else. But see, when you buy things like a car, Unfortunately, a car is not going to be an investment that you're going to get a return on. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the reasons why, I'm at my truck has almost 290,000 miles on it. It's a 2005, and it's literally rusted to the ground, but I'm just trying to hold on to it for dear life for as long as possible, because the next one I buy, it's going to do the same thing. Raymond, I hate to tell you, man, I'm not really a beer drinker. You know I'm a rum man. I still have them in the fridge, nice and cold. Maybe I'll pop one for New Year's. How about that? Okay. I just never think about beer. It's always, I'm sitting there at my desk thinking about the Cowboys. It's like, let me grab a liquor bottle, because you need the hard stuff when you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. So, buying that truck or that car every year and all that and putting that money into it, long term, it's not going to make a great investment. See, you need to buy things that are going to make money for you. And those credit cards, man, those credit cards will cost you. If you can't buy it right out, or if you can't pay for it by the time that bill comes, you shouldn't buy it unless it's an emergency. But people, man, it's easy to fall in that credit card trap, man. I'm helping some people try and figure their way out of it. But let's say hypothetically, you got $10,000 in credit card debt, and you're paying the minimum every month. That $10,000 isn't going anywhere. And let's say you spend $400 a month paying basically the interest on that. That $400 is $4,800 in a year that you're paying the bank to hold on to that debt. If you didn't have that, and you had that $480 a month to go ahead and spend on something else, then it'd be kind of like, oh, okay, I got that $400, and I'm not paying anybody else for that, right? So you got to learn how to live within your means. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, I done messed up my credit and stuff in the past from having flesh-eating bacteria and not having health insurance and, you know, things like that. My wife, she take care of all that stuff. She good with credit. I'm not. I suck with it. But I'm telling you, when you're young, instead of buying that Starbucks coffee every morning, put yourself like $50 or $100 away in a retirement savings. Do that. Let it build. Let it grow, because then when you get older, you will have money. And it doesn't take a lot when you're young. I'm telling you. If you're 20 years old and you put away $200 a month, you retire at about 55. I'm telling you. So never, ever, ever buy dinner on a credit card. You've been paying for that meal for years. I'm in debt from the Cowboys' losses. Cool. Yeah. It will fix it short term, but see, if you haven't learned from your past mistakes, you're going to be right back into it. So ideally, and here's the thing. If you got credit cards, here's the way you do it. Whichever credit card is the highest interest on, focus on paying that one off first. So instead of just sending the minimum, go ahead, send the minimum to the other ones, but try and put extra onto that one. You get rid of that one, boom. Then it starts to get easier. Then you work on the next one, the next one, the next one. And you do that, you will get out of debt. And instead of spending all that money buying a fancy car and you live in your mama's basement, buy some real estate. Buy a house. Buy something that at least, don't rent, because when you rent, and you look at some of the rents that are around here where some of the apartments in DC are like $3,000 a month, that money is gone once it leaves your hands. Buy some real estate. Buy a house. Buy a fixer-upper. Build yourself some wealth. Then you can be like Jerry Jones and buy the Cowboys. Right. For rent, right, Jessica? My daughter, unfortunately, she's in LA and she's spending $2,400 a month for a studio apartment. And it's just like, damn. $2,400 and every month it's gone. So it's like, damn. So you're talking about like $25,000 just going to rent to fatten somebody else's wallet. That's where you work at. Yeah, we got some overrated players. Got that. Panthers, interviewed Mike McCarthy. So Dak overthrowing his coaching. Dak ain't even throw in practice this week. He couldn't throw in practice last week. So let's not be stupid now, okay? And if he is so bad, okay, and I don't care if you call it garbage time and this time and all that. If Dak is so bad, please explain to me how we're still over 4,500 yards passing in one season. Only Tony Romo only had one season with more passing yards than that. And you can say he's garbage, fine. Then tell me how many does Faker Mayfield have? Because he's been throwing in garbage time. They're getting blown out, right? Is he throwing for over 4,500 yards? Did Josh Allen throw for those many yards? Did you know what I'm saying? So all these people are saying, hell, he sucks, man. He's in there. Well, you know what? How many passes were dropped on people's hands? Don't be the idiot fan that doesn't know what they're talking about when you come into my house, because I will call you on it. Oh my God, Publica? I can't pronounce that. But yeah, you're right. We don't do things to help out our quarterback. When our quarterback's arms throw is screwed up, we're still trying to go 40 yards down the field with a bad arm. How about using play action? Just like my man said, how about rolling him out so he can make an easy throw to a wide receiver that's one-on-one? How about that? No. The Cowboys don't have an easy button. We're just going to do the same thing. We're going to run Zeke Elliott on first down where everybody knows we're coming against 8 and 9 men in the box. Yeah, let's do that because it'll always work because we're the Cowboys. We're the Cowboys. And that's what we do. We run the ball on first down up the middle. And that worked when you had Mark Spiknowski. Calvin Williamson, hey Mark, love what you're doing. We got Dak and Zeke and Coop with a new coach. I tell you what, there has to be some coaches out there who would think, if you didn't have to deal with the Cowboys or Jerry Jones, if you told them, hey, listen, here's what I got for you, coach. I got a young quarterback that stays healthy, who doesn't mess up in the clutch, who's thrown for over 4,000 yards in the season, thrown for almost 30 touchdowns and only 11 interceptions. I got a running back that gets, over 1,000 yards every year. I got you 2 wide receivers, 2 that had 1,000 yards. I got a young tight end who's getting better, who's workable. I got 3 perennial all-pro offensive linemen for you. Do you think you can coach those guys? Do you think you can do something with that? Because I ask you guys, how many coaches have what Jason Garrett's had? You're telling me that you got that kind of firepower. You got that kind of firepower. And you got 7 wins?
You know, when you get into the playoffs, it's about how physical willing to be and what you're willing to do. This dude is willing to roll it out. It's exciting.
So if you were a coach and not having to deal with Jerry Jones, and you look at that, I think I could do something with that much. Look. As opposed to, okay, so let's say you say, I'm trying to think of a team that's just terrible, because we're terrible. But let's say you're the Washington Redskins. You got that job. Well, We got a rookie quarterback who is injured. He's had a couple of games that weren't too bad, but he is not real good. Our running back, well, he's done okay, but he's had 2 knee operations. Our offensive line, one of our best offensive linemen, was a bust from New York. And the other one, who's a Pro Bowler, he's getting surgery. Our other running back, well, he's been great, but he's old as Methuselah. We don't really have any wide receivers, and our tight end gets concussions and is always off the field. He only plays about 5 or 6 games. Can you work with that? So if you were a coach, which one of those would you want to work with? You got to think that, wait a minute. How many pieces do I need to get on this offense? Okay, so I got a guy who can run in traffic, and Mari Cooper, if we can keep him healthy. I got another guy who's developing into a long threat. Okay. I got a capable catching tight end. If I can get another tight end, okay. I got a running back who's got some miles on him, but he's really good. And I got a good offensive line. And I got a quarterback that works his ass off and just throw for. Yeah, I think I can make that work. Yeah. I think I can make that work. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just look at that and say, how can we not do something with all that? Russell, what is that? Felicia Cano. How about we just call you Felicia? Bye, Felicia. Yeah, and that's Frank. That's Jason Garrett. End of the season. Well, we lost in the playoffs here, and it was a good season. We competed, we tried our best, and we lost. But we'll study the film. We'll come back and we'll do better. But Little League, way to go, Johnny. You did things the right way. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's only how you play the game, Johnny. Yeah. I believe Jerry Jones is seeing that his way is not working. Oh, you want to see me cry? Come on, man. I'm a grown-ass man. You're not going to steal my thunder. Because you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy because Jason Garrett's going to be gone. I can talk about a new quarterback. A new coach. I can talk about having, this offseason, there's going to be no rest. There's going to be no rest at all. We will be doing YouTube to the nth degree. We're going to have a high draft pick. So when we go to Vegas, baby, Vegas, what happens in Vegas if the draft ain't going to stay in Vegas? It's going to be coming to Dallas. Woo! We're going to be talking about a new coach and a new philosophy. We're going to be talking about the coaches that are going to stay and that are going to go. We're going to be talking about who's going to stay as far as these 26 free agents. Are we going to go out and try and sign somebody big? Are the Cowboys going to wake up and realize we need a big-ass one-technique guy that can shut down the run? We got lots to talk about, so I'm happy. I'm happy. In the Eagles' 84 years existence, you just won one Super Bowl once, and always talking about Dallas 20 years of not winning. Ooh, Miss Jackie spitting that fire. I love it. Well, you know what? I need some guys with some fire. But the Eagles been going to Super Bowls. You only been to 3, buddy. 3 in your history. You've been to 8, okay? So, come on. Cowboys going to make the playoffs. Too bad. Yeah, right. When there was only 10 teams. Don't matter. Twan Eagles. Come on. Wait. Because you guys, before you got the Super Bowl, you know you were talking about your world championship. We were world champions, and not Super Bowl. We were world champions. We got 3 of them things. Yeah. We had, before you even were born, Cowboys, we had 3. And now all of a sudden, how long ago was that? Come on, man. You guys are so full of crap, it's not even funny. Because here's the thing. You want to talk? You guys are supposed to be a dynasty, weren't you? Because that's the way you guys were talking about. Doug Peterson, man. Hey, man, we got Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. We got the best quarterback, situation in football. We gonna be a dynasty. You don't look like a dynasty right now. Again, you're gonna probably make the playoffs. Because we got a garbage-ass division. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks. But a team that 2 years ago was in the Super Bowl, you look like hot garbage. Oh, they're not still. I'm enjoying calling them on their crap. Browns won't go nowhere. Oh, Tara, how many Eagle fans have lived and died with that? Oh, damn. 7 years, and you're talking about the draft. Okay, and how are we about to be in the playoffs again? Right, 3 years in a row. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure I pay any quarterback $40 million. Just saying. Although I will say this much, y'all can say franchise tag Dak Prescott, but you know what? That will be another Jerry Jones fuck up too, because what's going to happen? You're going to wait, and the price is going to continue to go up. And that $40 million that we're talking about will become a reality, after Pat Mahomes gets his deal. It's just the price is going up. Price is doing business. Jared Goff's $30 million. He stinks. Right now, if you're the Rams, you got to be thinking, is there an escape button on this deal?
This Christmas Eve, we are getting you ready for one of the big.
Why Byron Jones got? Byron Jones has had interception in 39 games. 39 games. That's freaking. I don't understand. That's just unacceptable. Again, look, Cowboy fans were like, "Oh man, you can't." I said in the last season, pay Dak before Russell Wilson gets his deal. Oh no, you can't pay Dak. Okay, yeah, well, if you'd done it before Russell Wilson, you probably could have gotten him in the 20s, right? But you waited for Russell Wilson. Well, he's not worth that kind of money. Then you get Carson Wentz gets his. Then Jared Goff gets his. There's going to be more quarterbacks that are going to be getting theirs too right now. Right now, Kirk Cousins' deal looks like a steal. And so you're talking about, would you pay him $40 million? Well, guess what? 2 years from now, $40 million is going to seem like a steal because people are going to be getting 45 and 50. That's the way it is. Some of you guys are so short-sighted and don't see the big picture. You're living into the past and now as opposed to looking down the road. And that's the same people that are out there buying a new car. I need a new car this year. I know there's nothing wrong with this one, but I need another one. And that's why you got a whole bunch of debt there, okay? You're not looking at it and saying, if I wait on this one, get some more miles out, or pay this one off, I'm not paying that interest. That means I put more money in my pocket. Then I can get myself a better house, or I can buy some investment property. I can make some money and things like that. But no, you want to go out there and spend $250 on a sweatsuit. You want to go out and get the latest Air Jordans that cost you $150, and then you ain't got shit. You got to think of the long picture. And if the Dallas Cowboys had thought of the long picture of DeMarcus Lawrence and took care of him before, they could have had him back in like 16, 17 million. But instead, you waited. You let this guy say, I'm not getting my shoulder worked on, and that affected his play on the field. And that's why you got guys with an attitude of, I'm going to hold out. I'm going to stay in Cabo until I get my money. And then it ends up screwing with your season. This is the Dallas Cowboys being short-sighted. It's amazing how the Cowboys always say, you know what, we ain't going to pay this guy a whole lot of money. We need him to work with us. Did DeMarcus Lawrence work with you? You thought you were going to get him for 18. You paid him 20. Did you were like, oh no, we're not going to pay Zeke Elliott. Did Zeke Elliott take a team-friendly deal? No. If I'm these players and I look at the coaching staff, you know what? It ain't about me winning a Super Bowl. It ain't about me winning a Super Bowl. I might as well get as much cash as I can and live in the limelight. Because until they tell me we're going to go ahead and get a coach that is going to help me get to a Super Bowl, why am I going to give up shit for them? Why am I going to go ahead and just say, sacrifice for them when they're not sacrificing and putting out what we need to win? Let me get as much as I can so I can live high in the hog for the rest of my life. I can't say I blame them. And if I'm not held accountable for anything I do because the coach isn't been held accountable for what he does, let me just get paid. You want to pay it? Hey, I'm going to take it. But until you start setting up a culture that's about winning like a New England does, until you start saying, look, you can be replaced. You can be replaced. You think people in New England aren't on their toes because they'll let you go. We'll trade a Pro Bowl guard during training camp because we can get value back for him. You think anybody in New England is sitting there thinking, I can take some plays off, man. I can relax. I can take a blow. I know the game's on the line. It's okay. I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. Boss, I'm tired. I need a break. You think that goes in New England? Michael Bennett complained about wanting more playing time. You're causing a problem? Bye. Boy, bye. But you got guys that are prima donnas. Hey, I'm a high man on the totem pole here, man. I need a break. No. And the coach can't say nothing about it. Or doesn't say anything about it. You can go through, you can do the dumbest penalty over and over again and walk right past the head coach. He ain't going to say nothing to you. Until people are held accountable for their actions, nothing will change. This organization is terrible with selecting QBs. Miss Jackie, did you just say that? They're terrible selected. They selected Dak Prescott. Do I have a fake Miss Jackie? They're terrible with working with the quarterbacks. They've got lucky with two. We had you're talking about some of the other ones. Yeah. We had Ryan Leak. We had Anthony Wright, Quincy Carter, Drew Henson. Oh, wait. So is that an Eagle fan there? The last team to repeat the NFC East champions were the Eagles. So are y'all talking about what you did, 20 years ago? Are you living in the past? Something you tell us we can't do? Baldo. Dude, you could have put Tom Brady on this team right now and they wouldn't have a better record. With the amount of drops, with the way our special team sucks, with the play calling, with the way the defense is played, we are last in almost every category in the NFL in special teams, buddy. Seriously. Sorry. You can't basically our Cowboys have to score 31 points or more a game to win. I want you to let that sink in for a second. You have to score 31 points a game to win. It's not good. It's not good. And you got a defense that is last at taking the ball away. They don't get takeaways. Take a look at New England. You think New England's offense, you think that Tom Brady's having a great year and that's why they're winning? No. Their defense has got like 40 takeaways on the season where we got about 14. You give your offense 40 or more turnovers in a season, guess what? You're going to win games. You're going to win games. We get no takeaways from our defense. Our defense has done very little to help our offense. This is where it goes back to people who think that one guy is the only reason that you win and lose in football. And sorry, it's not the case. You still have to have people to throw to. You still have to have people that are blocked. He can't throw the ball to himself and catch it on his own. You know, tell me when he threw it to Cooper and it went right in his hands, probably hit him in the balls. But that was the quarterback's fault. You take some of those catches that are on your hands that these guys are dropping in the game, we still would have had a chance to win this. He threw plenty of, yeah, okay. What about Zeke Elliott and his 47 yards? What about that? What about our special teams giving the Eagles the ball like 35-yard line on kickoffs? What about that? What about the coaches trying to have a quarterback with a shoulder that couldn't practice during the week, trying to launch the ball 40 yards downfield? See, this is where you guys don't seem to look at it, the situation. This is where you guys are just freaking idiots. Witten, Cooper, Gallup, Cobb, pretty much the same. Each had drops in it. But see, nobody holds those guys accountable. The only person that gets held accountable by Cowboy fans is the quarterback. Oh my God, he missed the pass. He missed the pass. Okay. And you see today, he's not practicing this week. He can't practice this week because his shoulder is fucked up. But I see we got the idiots in right now. And at the moment, I am going to go get my bag together. That's almost dry. And I'm going to hit the road. Stop hating on Dak. He's from your area. We have the league. Oh, but nobody talks about special teams. Nobody talks about the special team. See, I want you to think about against the Rams. Think about, okay, when you start talking about our quarterback is the worst quarterback in the football, do you realize that our first two scoring drives of the Rams, actually our first three drives, our first drive started on the 13-yard line. Second drive, which we went 90 yards, started on the 10-yard line for a touchdown. Our third possession started on the 3-yard line, and we had to go 97 yards for a touchdown. Now, when you have, like the Eagles did, they're getting kickoffs that came to like 34, 35-yard line. It's a lot easier to go 65 yards than it is to go 97. Or am I wrong on that? Twan, Eagles, everybody is hurt playing football. You had Fletcher Cox hyperextend his elbow. He was playing. You had Zach Ertz with a fractured rib. He was playing. You do that. You man up. You never, if you are a real diehard football player, you never come out. I always hated that whole hot boys crap. Yeah, you hated that he got drafted by the Cowboys. It might end up being. I'd like to keep Randall Cobb because I think he's a good receiver. He's a good possession receiver. But the question will be is how much he's going to cost. Okay, so wait, MJ Johnson. So Jerry Jones' most critical mistake was not putting Tony. Okay, oh no, let's hold up here. I'm gonna put you on blast, MJ Johnson. Let me ask you this. So you said Tony Romo would have done more than what Dak did. Is that what you're saying? Because we would have been because Tony Romo was always winning Super Bowls before Dak. I'm gonna let you know something. You know how many games in the playoffs that Tony Romo threw for 3 touchdowns and 300 yards? Do you know how many? In the playoff games that Tony Romo got to, and I didn't put in there the 8-8 games because those 8-8 games, the two that he played in, where it was win or get in, I think against the Redskins he had 3 interceptions. So as you go through and say that Tony Romo, well, 2013, Tony Romo would have played if he could have stayed upright. Tony Romo got, how many plays did it take before he got his back broken in preseason? Dak Prescott against the Green Bay Packers, we lost that game. Threw for 304 yards and 3 TDs. Tony Romo never in his playoff career threw for 300 yards. Never had 3 TDs. So your thought of, oh, well, Jason Garrett, Tony Romo would have won us the Super Bowl. You were full of shit because Tony Romo had in 2007 great defense and 13 Pro Bowlers. Great defense, 13 Pro Bowlers. And guess what? You had a wild card Giant team come to your house after a week of rest and kick your ass, kick your teeth in, and he didn't do shit in that game. So, Mean Mug, who's your solution then? Who you getting? Okay, let's get rid of Dak. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else so he doesn't have ungrateful fans that are around. So you get rid of Dak. Who's playing quarterback for you? I'll wait. I need to get ready to get on the road. But I'll wait to hear who your solution is. Please. Tua from Alabama. You mean a guy who's having hip surgery? A guy who's having hip surgery coming out of college. Because we always do great with players that come out injured from college, don't we? Come on. And you think it's a guarantee. You think it's a guarantee that somebody in college is going to be great, right? Do you know how many quarterbacks come out that they say, this is a can't-miss quarterback, he's the real deal, and guess what? They end up being guys like Brady Quinn. They end up being guys like Jamarcus Russell. They end up being guys like Vince Young. Yes, Tua. Ain't no guarantee on any of them. Ain't no guarantee. They really don't. Merry Christmas. Yeah. I'm still waiting for Dude for your solution. And by the way, let me say this. More than likely, Tua will still be a very high first-round draft pick, which means you're going to have to move up. So let me make sure I get this straight. So you have a quarterback who won some games. You're going to go ahead and say, I'm going to take maybe 2 number 1s and maybe a couple of number 2s. I'm going to let that guy go. And I'm going to go ahead and take most of my draft to try and get somebody who's an unknown quantity. When I'm going to have holes that I need to fill because I've got 26 free agents. Yeah, that is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard for a guy who's coming off of hip surgery. Yeah, I'm still waiting, buddy. Still waiting. Still here. Still here. Trade Dak and get draft picks. Again, bird in the hand beats 2 in the bush. What you need is, how about this? How about we try? Okay, because here's the thing. I'm gonna save it. I will save. I'm gonna get. Here's what I'm gonna do. I need to get going because the traffic's gonna be building up and I got a lot of stops. I'll give you my solution because you guys think, oh, we'll just get rid of the quarterback and we'll be fine. When you already had a Tony Romo who had most of the Cowboys records and you couldn't do anything. How about you try with a different coach? Because you're not giving up anything to try a different coach. You're not using any draft picks to get a different coach. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe, just maybe, instead of saying the quarterback is the problem, maybe the coach is the problem because he's got a history of problems with this quarterback. The only quarterbacks he's ever won with are Dak and Tony Romo. All the guys that we've drafted, I know they were later round picks or journeyman quarterback, you couldn't win games with them. Maybe it's that Jason Garrett can't coach up players and doesn't have offense. If you honestly feel that our offense is fine, that it's the quarterback, I just don't even need to talk to you. Everybody in the world looks at the offense and says, it's predictable. Where's the play action? Where's the run pass options? Where is where we use players to their abilities? Baltimore went from a passing quarterback with Joe Flacco, and they looked at Lamar Jackson and said, this guy can run and throw. Let's change our offense to fit his abilities. And guess what? Wow. That's coaching. That's the difference. That's the difference between the Dallas Cowboys. Because Jason Garrett will be the first one to tell you the way we do things around here. The way we do things around here is we don't win. That's what we do around here. But anyway, I got to hit the road, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys on the road.